What's going on, everybody? RJ with RJ's Trades. We're back with another free Sunday watch list. All right, I'm super excited for this week. All right, we are about to close out July and come into August. Okay, so we're gonna talk about a few things today and look at some plays. As always, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. Share this with at least one person who needs to see this. Okay. You can follow the links in the description down to my Instagram as well as my free Discord server, or you can join the premium if you like the value that I provide. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. You always take a look at SPY. So SPY is just constantly going up. All right, it's not really anything I can do to even chart SPY with you guys besides tell you that the pullback buy area is 626. Okay, because that is the previous resistance turned to support and is going. So you can't do much with SPY besides play the highs or look for, buying a dip on the pullback. It's much easier to buy the dip when the market is super bullish like this than it is to call the top. All right, you try to call the top, you're more than likely going to lose. Okay, so I imagine QQQ looks the exact same as we see right here. QQQ is pushing up just like SPY. So we are really only looking for like bullish type of plays, and I would mostly be day trading. When you're all-time highs, you don't know where the high is going to be before it pulls back. So day trading, taking your money and going, that's the move, man. So we're gonna be looking for some bullish plays. Let's go ahead and get started here, man. Coinbase, we see Coinbase is pulling back some, which is fine. We know the run that Coinbase has had here as of late. They end up touching the all-time highs there past that 429. Now they're pulling back to under 400. So we'll see if they continue to pull back. If they do this dip back down to this 370 level, that would be probably a nice dip buy as well. It probably will shoot back up at that point. So watch out for it there. Robinhood, not really a setup, to be honest with you. Just kind of pull back and maybe may form some type of pattern or something, but it's not much that you guys can really do right now, man. A lot of stocks are kind of at highs, so you're kind of just waiting on things to take off again, or pull back, right? So we're gonna keep coming down. CCL, a stock that I gave last week that we banked on. So we banked 30-40% on CCL. So it was a perfect break and retest and a bull flag pattern, my favorite chart pattern. All right, so once it broke out, it almost came up and touched that 2021 resistance. Now if it comes back down to 2870 to that 29 area, I think I may take another entry there to see if we can catch this move back up to 31 and above. Okay, so that could be something that I look at, but kind of just watching out for it. Google, we talked about Google a few weeks ago, and Google is going off. Not much to talk about there. SMCI, this is one that you guys have to keep on your radar this week. Keep a high watch on SMCI. This is super micro computer. They are finally trying to break out of this 50 to 53 area that's kind of been stuck in for a minute, right? So if SMCI continues to go, you just kind of watching it above highs, because at this point you don't have a whole lot of resistance. Definitely got some around 60 to 62, but it's looking good for SMCI. SMCI could be a really good day trade. I wouldn't get into a swing on it on this point because you're very late. I mean, we started getting in around 48, and scaling out, back in scaling out. So you kind of late on the swing, but you can still day trade. It still has a lot of room on the day trade. So watch your SMCI above the highs of last week. That is a official play for me that I'm watching. SMCI above last week's high. All right. Boeing is another stock that I am watching. Okay, Boeing is trying to break out of this triangle setup right here. So we broke out right here and we tried to come back and retest. We're trying to break out, right? So if Boeing gets above 235.25, that is another play that I will be looking at heavily, right? So I love SMCI this week and I love Boeing this week. All right, they both are breakout type of plays. So we need Boeing to get above 235.25, and we need SMCI to get above the highs of last week. Okay, so that's two plays that look really really promising. If you take a look at Boeing, if you look to the left right here, we are now in a gap fill for Boeing. So this isn't just a regular play, right? So it's a pennant pattern breakout. It's also a key level right there. It's also a gap. So this thing has a gap all the way up to 243. So you have $8 of room to possibly make money on Boeing, right? So you got to ask yourself, is $8 enough to make money on Boeing? Of course it is, and you gotta watch out for Boeing, because Boeing is a sneaky one that can actually go up $8 in a day very quickly. So you gotta make sure you're watching Boeing. Make sure you have your alert set. If you want my official entry, make sure you guys join the premium Discord, and you'll get my specific entry on that. Uber, I'm not really looking at it too much right now. I would love to catch an Uber back down at the 80s, low 80s. I think that would be a nice dip buy, but I'm not watching it right now. Oracle, not much. Apple still isn't doing anything. Shopify 129. I didn't even see this. I think that's the all-time highs. Maybe not. Nope, that's not all-time highs. But it is a key level there. So 129.5 is a key level. I wouldn't play it at this point though. MU is one that I've kind of just been looking at here. I still think MU could be decent if we get a close above 114.5, because this is a super tough level right here, right? So this was a resistance all of last year, right? And it was a key level back in 2020, or that's still 2024, but early 2024. All right, so just because it's below the level just a little bit, that doesn't mean that the play is dead. Okay, this could still be a really good play back up to the upside. So I'm still watching MU. Okay, I'm still watching MU, possibly for a close above 114.5. Okay, that could be a nice swing back to the upside. Let's see, HIMS has had some steam lately. Don't really like the setup on it though. Nvidia, not much going. The Dow, I gave this play for free as well, and the Dow took off almost back at the all-time high. It's only $2.50 away, so you can continue to watch for the Dow. Tesla, not much going on. Amazon, inching up, not much on Meta. We got Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like a bull flag right here. So you gotta watch out for Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin kind of looks like a bull flag. Alright, so watch out for that. Lyft not doing anything. PayPal, Excel, Spot. Okay. Alright, lastly, let me give you guys my favorite play. Alright, so this play is not a day trade, but this is one that I'm kind of watching for, possibly for like long term. Okay, so my favorite setup for swings is the bullish divergence setup. Okay, especially bullish divergence on the 4 hour, 1 hour, the 4 hour daily chart and the weekly chart. Those are the best to play the divergence on. Okay, now there's a stock that has bullish divergence on the daily and the weekly chart. Okay, and it looks really good. Now I feel like this stock is going to pop really heavy. Before I give you this play, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Instagram, make sure you guys follow and share. Okay, that play is none other than Lululemon. Okay, Lululemon looks pretty good. Not yet, right? Not yet, but it does have bullish divergence. Okay, so what is bullish divergence? That is when the stock price is making lower lows. See, look, if I make this trend line, you can see that we're making lower lows, right? Lower lows. But the RSI, I'm gonna take this off and make it bigger. Even though the stock price is making lower lows, the RSI is trying to make those higher lows, right? They're trying to make higher lows on the RSI. Okay, so that is bullish divergence. So what you're looking for here is you're looking for bullish signals really near the lows down here, right? So it's not the all-time low, but the, the most recent lows. You're looking for a bullish hammer, you're looking for a bullish engulfing, you're looking for some signal that buyers are stepping in. Okay? You're looking for some signal that buyers are stepping in. If you take a look at this on the weekly chart, the bullish divergence actually looks even better on the weekly. So you take a look here, lower lows on the stop price, higher lows on the RSI. I'm telling you now, Lululemon is going to pop, and it's going to pop really, really hard. Kind of just got to time it right, and this is not a play that you get weeklies on. This is one that you got to really, honestly, you have to grab shares, right? You got to grab shares on that, and slash or. So either one of the two, you can do both, or you can do one. Grab shares, or you can play an option, right? So, but you want to get a long dated one. You want to get, some time on that, minimum a few months probably. So this is like a long term kind of play. But Lululemon is a plus setup to go back to the upside. I'll have to do some more research on the financials and things like that. But as far as chart setup, I'm like 90% positive Lulu is going to pop. It's going to pop, and it has a lot of room to go if it does. Okay. You see, we still have a gap that is going to get filled eventually up here at 330. All right, don't miss this play. I'll be talking about it more, but that's all I got for this week, man. Watch out for BA. Watch out for SMCI. Watch out for Lulu. Right, so it's my favorite three. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys leave a comment, leave a like, and share this video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.